What up, though? Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, baby, November 16th, 2022. On deck for today's show, Coach Mike looks at how the Rams' 2023 first-round pick is currently higher than the Lions. I discuss how Jack Fox has become the highest-paid punter in the NFL. And LL asks the question, what should the Lions do with Jared Goff after the season? But before we get into all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. Man, fresh off Victory Tuesday, y'all see him down there, man. It's your auntie's favorite player, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's our resident defensive coach on the staff. It is who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
Right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
Well. We're finally having this conversation. Go ahead and tell us about it, Coach Mike.
It makes me so happy, so happy to report that the Detroit Lions currently hold pick number 11 in the NFL draft. Current mock draft order, if the draft order began today. And the LA Rams hold the number 8 pick, man. So what does that mean? That means the Detroit Lions pick is higher than the LA Rams pick. And it's not looking good for the Rams right now. And you never get happy off of injuries, but it is what it is, dog. Cooper Kupp is going out because he's getting ready to have ankle surgery from a high ankle sprain. Good luck to him. Hope for a speedy recovery. And Matt Stafford right now is in concussion protocol. Hope for the best. Hope he can get back out there Sunday and everything is all good. But they O-line is looking like the Detroit Lions O-line, and they run game is looking like the Detroit Lions run game. So it looked like he left the Lions and now he with the Lions. And it's not looking good over there for the rest of their schedule, man. So wow. A lot of people, are playing for draft pick status right now. And you know what? That's something as Lions Nation that we got to eventually get over. Stop looking at the draft halfway through the season. But the LA Rams right now, they're not looking too good. And their schedule is not looking too good. They probably got about, if it holds up how they're playing, they probably got about 3 more wins I see on their schedule this year. They probably gonna go 6-11. So, man, what do y'all got to say about this? Who thought in their right mind that the LA Rams will be picking lower in the draft than the Detroit Lions? That's unfathomable, man. What y'all got to say about that one?
Coach Mike, you said it, man. The Rams, are a hot mess right now. I mix them up because they're looking so similar. I don't see them getting any better in the near future. Like you said, man, Kupp's on that IR. He's having ankle surgery today. They lost offensive lineman. He's a guard center, Chandler Brewer. He's out 46 weeks with a grade 3 MCL sprain. And then left tackle Ulrich Jackson is out for the remainder of the season with blood clots. That's bad. Like you say, man, Matthew Stafford has found himself in a familiar territory, playing games with no run game and a bad offensive line. It ain't looking good for them, man. It is not looking good for them. If their team doesn't turn it around, and it's the offense and their defense isn't playing that well either, man, that 2023 pick that's going to the Lions could be a top 5 pick. I'm just saying, it could be a top 5 pick. We ain't talking about 8 to 10. It could be anywhere between 5 to 10. But if they don't get together, man, and we talked about Kirby Joseph going from hero to zero. the Rams organization went from hero to zero because they are not looking like the reigning Super Bowl champions at all right now.
No, and OBJ is not gonna save them.
Nah.
He could definitely help. He could definitely help because that's been a part of the problem. Like, not to repeat it, not to sound like an echo, but you said it. Like, they look like the Lions. They just put a lot of like bad mistakes, like turnovers, like fumbles, a lot of real bad timing on stuff. Matt Stafford ain't look good all season. He came in the season with a hurt elbow, and that's been showing itself all season. So, bad for them, great for us. This is what happens in trades sometimes. Look at some of them teams last year, like what some of them Seattle trade picks or draft picks they end up getting, or whoever it was. Like the Giants had 2 top 10 picks, the Jets had like 2 top 11 picks. So it happens. It's just our turn. I really hope that like I said, not wishing bad on them, but it's probably not going to go that well. So I hope that we get an even better pick from them. Whatever pick we get, so we can move around anyway. Like, let's say if we actually do want to jump up to take Will Anderson, or if another name pop up, like Jalen Carter seems to be the what we actually need. We can move around. We can do almost whatever we want. So, maybe maybe better luck next season, Rams.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Mike, you said it, man. I was looking at their schedule, man. At the down the stretch, they got a winnable game next week. They play the Saints. Then they got the Chiefs. They got the division leading Seahawks. They still got to play them twice. They got the Packers, who seem to be kind of turning around. The Chargers, it can get to be some tough sledding.
Now, one thing,
yeah, what's up? What you got?
I do want to add. I can't remember. So I apologize. I was just going to try to remember his name, but I don't remember. I saw a tweet. There was tweeting out that like all the things that like leading forward, like, man, it's spelling doom for the Rams. And he was like, you had to lock Matt Stafford in a dungeon. Because like even no matter, he might not be playing so well, but he's not gonna not play. So he's gonna actually go out there and try. So
yeah,
they might could, So I don't know what that's gonna spell for them, but he's not gonna go out for lack of trying.
Yeah,
hey, last year it was a miracle story. This year, it's our time.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this family discussion topic for today, man. You know where to leave it in the comment section of the video. You know you're going to talk about it in the live chat, but leave it in the comment section of the video. Do you think the Rams will finish with a worse record than the Lions? Let us know in the comment section, man. Y'all know how we get down. All right, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You keep coming back, so I don't know what you're waiting on. Be a part of the Prowl Nation family and join us on this road to 4,000 subscribers. And it starts with you. So go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Man, Jack Fox is now the highest paid punter in the league. But how did he do that? Well, let's take a look at how he did that. Because Jack Fox recently signed a 3-year extension worth $11 million for a punter, with $7 million of that guaranteed, with an average salary of $3.7 million a year, edging out Seattle punter Michael Dickerson's $3.6 million a year as the highest average amongst NFL's punters. Okay, how did he do that? Why did Brad Holmes lock this dude up? Here's a good reason. The dude owns the highest gross and the highest net. The highest gross at 49.2 yards and the highest net at 43 yards per punt averages through a punter's first 150 punts in NFL history. The dude is setting records. That's how he became the highest paid punter in the NFL. The dude is doing his thing. Even with the bad punt he had on Sunday, the dude still is killing it. 2020 was his best season. He didn't have a great season last year, but in his rookie season, he earned All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors, and he's on his way to that again this season. Jack Fox is doing his thing. Big Foxy is making his name known around the league, and I like it when we don't have to use him. But he's versatile. He does kickoffs, and, he's that emergency quarterback because, he can get back there and sling that thing, you know what I'm saying, if need be. So Jack Fox, man, that's how he became the highest paid punter in the NFL, because he owns the NFL record for gross yards and net yards per punt for the first 150 punts in a punter's career. You talk about some guys like Ray Guy and all those, legendary punters, and RIP the great guy, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. But my man is doing his thing. And I know a lot of us were questioning why the Lions let Sam Martin go. Remember that? We were like, man, why did he let Sam Martin go? Sam Martin went to Denver because Sam Martin was a good punter. But that's one thing Bob Quinn got right. He went out there and he put Jack Fox on the roster, man. And shout out to Jack Fox, man. He is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations on owning that NFL record for the first 150 punts in the NFL season. All right, man. Fellas, tell me about Foxy, man. What are your thoughts on Foxy?
He changed the field. He changes the field. When you have drives on offense that stall out 3 and outs and you can't get it right, and you always have to worry about, oh man, they're gonna get good field position. And then we kick it from the 25 all the way to the other 20. We're like, okay, right. yeah, Foxy. So that right there, man, that's something that's special. That puts your defense in a very good position. And it just makes their offense have to work harder, man. So Jack Fox money is well earned, man. What you got, LL?
Yeah, same. I don't have too much to add, but shout out to Zach Fox, if y'all familiar with him. He's a rapper. And shout out to my homie Quincy, like he a diehard Ravens fan. He got like the jacket and the wallet and all that stuff. But like we picked with him as friends because like he get excited about punters and stuff like that. Like they got Justin Tucker over there, and they just drafted another punter. Well, they let a punter go to draft another punter. We was picking with him about that, but they punter was doing well. But it's just talking about punters and all that kind of stuff. So shout out to our punter. He's doing his job. Mike, you said it best. You can flip that thing over. Look at last game. Perfect example. That's why perfect example. Even though it was a 1-point win, true value of a punter. We actually punted in that game. Some of those punts, he wasn't even the best punts, but it turned the field over in needed situations. So shout out to Jack Fox. Shout out to Lions for sewing that guy up and keeping him around for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Salute the Service month right there in the NFL. So Salute the Service gear is on sale at Fanatics.com. You see I'm always rocking some fresh, you know what I'm saying, Salute the Service gear. So get it. And right there in the link in the description, go to Fanatics, grab yourself some Salute the Service gear. And the proceeds go to veterans organizations like TAPS, Wounded Warrior, USO, and other military-supported programs. It's just a great initiative by the league. So go ahead and check out at Fanatics.com. And Christmas is around the corner. So get your favorite Lions fans some gear right there at Fanatics. And a portion of the proceeds in the link in the description go to help us grow the content on this channel. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite. It is the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. They had a big meetup with some of the LNU personnel at the game in Chicago on Sunday. So go on, check it out. You can download the mobile app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store, or just type in lionsnationunite.com in your web browser. You can get yourself some game day gear from the LNU shop at lnushop.com. It's right there in the app. So you can just click right there and grab yourself some real, authentic LNU gear. Not the fake that's going around on Facebook. Like I said before, they don't even sell that shirt on their site, man. What you doing, baby? So go ahead and get yourself some real gear over there at lnushop.com. Check us out on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. And while you're over there, get yourself some Prowl Nation gear at LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. My man, Coach Jones, going to hook you up, man, because Saturday is another big game. We're facing Val's Illini in the big house on Saturday. So you got to get yourself some Wolverine Lion gear. And Coach Mike Jones will hook you up at wolverlion.com. Because if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday, it's always good to have some Wolverine Lion gear. Go and support my man, Big Lion Man. He is doing his part to fight cancer. So grab some Roll Up gear, links in the description below, and proceeds from the sales of that gear go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. And man, so we paid some bills because you know how the lady said, bills. You got to pay them things, man. So LL got a question for us, man. LL, what you got, brother?
Well, this my topic was inspired by a comment from yesterday. Again, I was going to try to remember who it was. I apologize. But somebody in their comment, they asked what to do with Jared Goff at the end of the season or something to that nature. Not verbatim, right? So, of course, I had alluded, we're going to get rid of him. In other episodes, I even said, like, if possible, we could keep him around. we definitely got to do something with him. I don't think he's, proven anything to show that he could be our starting quarterback going forward if we want to win anything significant, right? So currently we hold the 8th and 11th draft pick. Maybe we draft a quarterback. I know a lot of people are on that train. We might not be in the best position to get one of the higher touted ones. We still may be in a play for somebody like Hendon Hooker or Will Levis or one of those kind of quarterbacks. And I'm not really sure. I prefer Hendon Hooker, but I'm not. You start to get into the quarterbacks where you better be right about them. So, but not to say, Jared Goff isn't necessarily having the worst season. He's like top 10, and I think he's number 10 in yards, number 8 in touchdowns, something like that. He's a top 10 in QBR and all that. Or not QBR, but what's the rating? Yeah, quarterback rating, not QBR. But
passer rating.
So he's not having the worst season, but he ain't having a good enough season. Even with 3 wins and stuff like that, he's shown some real big flashes, but also in those big flashes, turn it over, threw the ball to other teams, scoring touchdowns for them as well. So one of the things I would like to enter into the ethos. That's one thing, because Coach Mike, you said we don't start looking at the draft halfway through the season. I started looking at the draft as soon as college football starts. As soon as I see what we need, as soon as in the preseason, we need a defensive tackle. I'm looking and I'm listening at who's the better defensive lineman, defensive tackle this season. But one thing that I want to enter out there, I think I said this before too, is maybe look at signing a backup quarterback, maybe somebody like Tyler Huntley from the Baltimore Ravens. So we won't necessarily have to spend a draft pick. He's shown he actually can play in the NFL. We won't have to pay him as much, and we might could keep him and Jared Goff on the roster if need be. And then we can go out and draft, use those draft picks to beef up in other areas. We definitely need defensive line. We definitely need a missile linebacker, a guy that can hit, just a lockdown middle linebacker that can control the middle of that field. We definitely need a cornerback. So there's there are some good prospects at those positions in this year's draft. So I'm just offering I offered however many weeks ago, I talked about maybe drafting Hendon Hooker this time. Just offering another alternative and maybe signing a free agent quarterback around to, get y'all's friend out of here or just remove him as our starting quarterback.
All right, man. Here's my take on it. If the Lions continue to trend upwards and win games, the team may keep Goff around through the 2023 season. Why you say that, Curt? Well, the salary cap is going up next year, and Goff's $30 million contract will be a discount. Why do you say that? Most of the top tier, those guys in the top 10 of all those passing categories you named off, LL, are getting $50 million a year. That's the average of the top tier quarterbacks. Those guys that you listed that probably right there in those statistical categories with Jared Goff are getting around $50 million. So that's a discount. Do we want to pay Goff 50 or we want to pay Goff 30? I'd rather pay Goff 30, and then we can draft the quarterback. we can draft the quarterback and have him sit for a year. Same thing happened with Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. They all sat for some time before getting the starting nod. Now, this also can backfire in Detroit. Why? Because when he has a bad game, because we all know he's not perfect, the fan base is going to be calling for the rookie to start if we draft a rookie.
Put him in.
That's what you're going to hear all over Ford Field if Goff has a bad game. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't type of deal. I don't see just because of Brad Holmes and what he thinks about Jared Goff, he's going to play with at least one more season in Detroit. At least one more.
Fire Brad Holmes.
What you got, Coach?
Man.
What you got, Coach Jones?
You know what? I'm so up in the air with this, but the sensible thing, cap wise, is to let Jared Goff go when it's $5 million, and then sign a veteran backup like not saying Marcus Mariota, but like Marcus Mariota, and then you draft a rookie quarterback. But that just depends on how the season plays out. We're only halfway through the season. Jared Goff has shown up and down, and if he can level out, right? Because every quarterback has up and downs. If he can level out and show just consistent play. Like last game is a good game. Like, you know what? You can have games where you don't ball out and just lead FedEx air yard leader. You can have games where you pass for 200 plus yards and a touchdown, but you don't throw no interception. You know what I'm saying? And you complete like 70% of your passes. You know, that right there is what we need more of. So if Goff can prove that, then you know what, we don't have to go and spend a high draft pick. We can draft a quarterback in the third round. Because we got two first, 2 seconds, 2 third. We can go get one in the third round. So I'm up in the air with it right now, man. I can't call it because probably next week after Goff throw 4 interceptions, I'm like, get his ass up out of here. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. We'll all know at the end of the season.
Yeah, because you look at it, the next year, if we cut them next year, pre-June first cut, it'll be a $10 million cap hit with $20 million worth of savings. If we do it before the June 1st cap, the June 1st in 2024, we'll have $5 million of dead cap and save $26 million. So
Okay.
That's why I'm looking at where I'm trying to say, like, he's going to be here at least one more year.
Well,
that's what I'm thinking. He's going to be here at least one more year.
I'll tell you what they saying about Brad Holmes is true. He's a terrible GM. If he decides to stick with Jared Goff, he's the worst GM. He's worse than all of them. What's my man? I can't think of my man.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
What's
Matt Millen?
Wide receiver Matt Millen. He's on Matt Millen's level if he decides to stick around with Jared Goff after showing what he does. Even in games when he don't turn it over, he tried to turn it over. He tried his hardest to get a ball away. I can't believe y'all. See, this is why I call him y'all's friend. This is why right here.
I'm not defending Jared Goff at all. I'm not defending Jared Goff. I'm looking at it from a fiscal type of deal where you look at the money that the Lions could save. The Lions, and I just think that the Lions aren't going to get rid of him this year. After this year, he's going to be here at least one more year. Is he going to stay here?
I wouldn't draft a rookie quarterback and then put it all on him to go out there, rookie, show us what you got. Like I just don't believe in that throwing rookies out there and trial by fire. The same. I just don't believe. I believe you let them build for a year. Aaron Rodgers did it. Patrick Mahomes did it. Tom Brady did it. He came in toward the second half of the season. So yeah, you let
Steve McNair did it. A lot of guys did it. I don't necessarily mean it is the greatest. Peyton Manning got through in from the jump. Some other guy, he struggled.
He struggled.
You go struggle. The whole team.
He said the record NFL record for interceptions in the season.
Yeah, he had more. Can we say
that the whole team was bad? There has been a formula lately where you try to win with a quarterback on a rookie contract. But here's the thing. I've offered that option. This was a whole other option. I said sign a veteran backup that has shown he actually can play. Yeah. And with that quarterback, we might actually be forced to play like some of us think that we should play, to run that mug and not be, doing some other stuff.
We're not getting Huntley out of Baltimore.
He a free agent. He a free agent at the end of this year. All we have to do is this.
They'll sign his ass before they sign Lamar Jackson.
you sign him, we sign Lamar then. Whichever one you don't want, we take.
They gonna sign both of them, but they gonna make sure they lock up Huntley before they lock up.
All right.
Because it's easier to lock him up than it is to Lamar Jackson.
That's what you think.
Yeah, they ain't letting him go nowhere, man. Trust me. It's time for to zip our lip and talk about my favorite segment of the show, man. They got me all flustered right now. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up, we got Michael Linday saying, I see a lot of parallels with the 2010 season. In 2010, we had early wins at home, including one over Washington, 37-25, and then later stopped a 26-game road losing streak with a win at the Bucks, which was also their first back-to-back win in years. This was part of their 4-game winning streak to end the season. And then the next year, they made the playoffs. That win at the Bears was we just had snapped another long road losing streak and was our first back-to-back win in years as well. I think that this team will finish with 6 or 7 wins this year with a strong finish. And then make the playoffs next year. I think I agree with that, Michael Lindy.
Michael Lindy, this is a great area of the season where we at, where it's no more playoff. Well, we still playoff talk, but it's no more of those real lofty expectations. It's not we gonna lose it all, we gonna go 0-17. But right back to where a lot of us was in the very beginning, right around 6 or 7 wins. That was the betting line or whatever it was. But my apologies for taking too long on that. But we on Top Doe 100 says, I personally don't think the AP hiring has a huge impact on that last game of the season. Also, shout out to Val and Lionor. I had a blast at the watch party. Do you guys do watch parties? I bet it would be off the chain with you three brothers. God bless. I would like to.
We've never
on my own,
that.
I was gonna try to do something like this on Twitch a while ago, but things ain't lining up for me. But I would like to. If y'all down, I'm down. Y'all get the I won't be as in the moment as Miss Val was, but I'm close. I get crazy watching football, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might be able to do something, man.
We'll have a discussion. We'll see what will happen. What you got, Coach Mike?
Yeah. King SJ says, mathematically, the Lions are still in. Oh, my Lord Jesus.
They are. That's the truth.
King SJ says, mathematically, the Lions are still in the playoff race, but I'm holding my breath on the playoffs. Just taking it one game at a time for now, and we will see what happens from there. Yeah, man, I'm the same way, man. Like, I'm not holding my breath, so I feel you, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, this is the first for me. Vision Stealth says it is possible only if the Lions play consistently like they did the last 2 games, but I don't know. We're talking about making the playoffs. Yeah. Man, whatever. I didn't say yesterday, and I don't want anybody shooting the messenger. I didn't say that the Lions will make the playoffs. I said it was a possibility yesterday. That's what the topic was. It's possible. I didn't say they were. I said it was possible.
No, Kurt, you said they're gonna make the playoffs, and you said we should keep Jared Goff.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
And you said we should re-sign Jared Goff.
Yeah, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me.
Friend of the show, Loud Show says, I know anything can happen, but let's take one game at a time. Injuries a big factor. Yeah, anything can happen. Even if, let's say we do make the playoffs, we still got the Rams pick, and that might be a top 5 pick. So thanks for the comment.
Michael Lewis says, I wish I could answer this question next week, Monday. If they can win this week to go 3 in a row, then yes, they will make the playoffs. If they lose, I will have to go with no. You know what, man? That's how it is, man. We as Lion fans is so helter-skelter. Because they be playing with our emotions, man. But thank you for the comments, man. And if you like this video, like the video, share the video, share this content, help us get out to more Lions fans just like yourself. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. Like Curt tell you, I don't know what you're waiting on, man. Get the notifications when you get the first content, man, and help us to help you. What you got up next, Curt?
All right, man. Before we get into Dessert With Curt, make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Man, and it's Wednesday, so tomorrow is. It's Thursday, baby, right there. Ooh, let me get this up, man. Right there on LL's Instagram page, man. So go ahead and check it out, man. Thursdays, baby. Right there on that Instagram page. So go check that thing out. Now it's time for your dessert with your man, Curt. Brought to you by Delightful Bites. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Man, you can get yourself some desserts in the Facebook link in the description below. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com or head over to TikTok and Instagram and see all that beautiful dessert footage. Just type in Delightful Bites in the search engine. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Shout out to the Lions players yesterday. They spent Tuesday building robots with students at the Detroit Lions Academy. This is part of their STEM program and their community outreach for the Detroit Lions, man. And that's a big deal to spend time with students in the community and help them in their dreams of pursuing science and technology. So shout out to the Lions organization and the players that attended that robotics building program right there at the Detroit Lions Academy. That's your dessert with your man, Curt. Brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Now it's time to take that quick walk on over to the wall of fame, baby. All right, first up, in our bronze member group, we have George Eagle. We have David Anderson, Shano and Shano, and we on Top Doe 100. In the silver members, we have Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, Henry Rollis, and Kirkland Pratt. Now, Gold members, today is Wednesday, so you have a Gold members meeting today at 3 p.m. Check the community tab for the link for the Gold members meeting today. We got my man, Rich and Reliable, Michael Huck, Larry McQuiston, my man, North End Ken's in the building, Michael Lewis, Dominic Davis, the Jazzy One, Paul Jarose, Lionel of Douchebagia, and the Doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that Join Now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, LL, what you got, brother?
Firebird Homes of Jared Goff last longer than the end of this year. Happy Wednesday, Dollar Conies. Also, tomorrow is a great day on the internet. It'll be thought-provoking Thursday. Going to post some nice poems and haikus, to provoke those good thoughts.
Man, please. Yeah, man. I just want to say, we build momentum, and a lot of us are usually a little bit negative when we see the Lions increasing in draft order. Like, oh no, 15, 17. Oh, slow down. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, it is what it is, man. And hey, the Rams pick is looking more like the Lions pick. So be on the watch.
Yeah, definitely. My thoughts for today's show, man. It is Wednesday, hump day, man. Hey, it's getting a little tough at work today, man. You had at least 7-8 meetings that could have been Slack messages or emails or text messages or whatever it could be, man. But take a deep breath, woosah, and grind it out. If you need help, ask for it, because asking for help is a sign of strength and not a sign of weakness. Man, great show today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Game preview, Lions, Giants. We get into it and break it down for you. So come back tomorrow for our game preview. And again, Gold members meeting today at 3 p.m. Check the community tab for the link for the Gold members meeting. So I got one thing left to say, man. I know you had yourself some Dollar Conies or a Big John steak and onion or a Halo burger to all my Flint people.
Ooh.
Hey, get this napkin. Wipe them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.